Hello, my name is Ben Price, and today I will be presenting proof that M.Ruber 1751 is homologous to E. coli gene 3566, M.Ruber gene 1752 is homologous to E. coli gene 3568, and M.Ruber gene 1753 is homologous to E. coli gene 3567. This research was completed as a project for a molecular genetics class at Augustana College. To introduce this, M.Ruber is a relatively understudied organism that was discovered in hot springs across Europe and Asia. It was originally part of the Thermus genus, but was moved to Myothermus in 1966 when the genus was first set up. It is a thermophilic bacteria that prefers to grow in temperatures between 35 and 70 degrees Celsius. And like all other Myothermus species, it creates biofilms when given the opportunity, and it actually exudes a yellow pigment. The genome has been sequenced recently and includes almost 3,100,000 base pairs, has 3,052 protein encoding genes, and 53 ribosomal genes. These particular genes in E. coli encode for the D-xylose ABC transporter, and D-xylose is important because it is used in the pentose phosphate pathway. In both species, I found evidence that the genes were part of an operon, so they were all translated, or they are all translated at the same time in order to create these transporters. So to do this research, I used a bunch of the online materials under the Genie Act umbrella. So the first part of this project was to find the nucleotide and amino acid sequences, which I found through using the KEGG online resource, and then using the NCBI BLAST program to align the M.Ruber genes with the E. coli genes and discover how similar they were. After that, I tested whether or not the correct start codon had been called for initially by using img/m tcoffee and weblogo to line up multiple genomes and ensure that the start codon was correct. Following that, I localized where the finished protein would end up in the cell using TM-HMM, Signal-P, Lipo-P, P-sort-B, and Phobias. And then following that, I discovered the function of the protein using the structure-based evidence programs, CDD, PFAM, and TigerFAM, to discover which families of proteins each gene belonged to, and what that family indicated the gene likely was. I then used the protein database to discover the closest protein that has been crystallized, and then to round it all out, I discovered whether or not there were any paralogs for each gene in the M.Ruber genome using the NCBI BLAST tool again. So for the first gene, M.Ruber 1751, I found it was homologous to E. coli 3566. The BLAST that I did for these genes gave me an e-value of 9 times 10 to the negative 61st, which is indicative that these two genes are similar not based on random evolution, but based on a previous ancestor. Additionally, both genes were localized into the periplasmic space, and the CDD hit for COG4213 for both of them showed that it was the ABC type xylose transport system periplasmic component, so the component of the ABC transporter that snags the D-xylose from outside the cell, which was also supported by the TigerFam and PFAM hits TIGR02634 and PF13407. The TigerFam hit supported the D-xylose ABC transporter, whereas the PFAM hit only supported that it was a periplasmic binding domain. Finally, the protein database showed that both genes, unsurprisingly for E. coli, were closest in structure to the open ligand-free crystal structure of xylose binding protein from E. coli, which indicates that these two genes are very likely homologs. The second gene was M.Ruber 1752. The blast that I ran for this against E. coli 3568 gave me an e-value of 1 × 10 to the negative 58. This, again, is indicative that the two genes are not randomly evolved to be similar, but are likely descended from the same or a same gene. Additionally, localization showed both of them were embedded in the cell membrane, which is believable, as the CDD hit shows that it is the permease component of the ABC type xylose transport system. That's COG4214. The PFAM supported that. PF02653 showed it was a branched chain amino acid transport system. So the permease component. However, for these two genes, I was unable to find a TigerFam hit or a protein database hit, indicating that this gene likely does not fold correctly if it is not within the cell membrane. And that the permease components, that was for PDB. For TigerFam, though, it's likely that the permease component is not similar enough between different species to create a TigerFam category for them. The third and final gene is M.Ruber 1753, which I found was a homolog to E. coli 3567. Interestingly, the blast that I completed for this gene matched up with 2 parts of the E. coli gene, giving me e-values of 1 × 10 to the negative 48th and 2 × 10 to the negative 24th. Likely explanation for this 2-hit idea is that the E. coli gene shows evidence of being fused, potentially with another gene, so that there are 2 of the ATP binding components. So it is likely that the M.Ruber gene would need to be replicated twice, whereas the E. coli gene would only need to be replicated once to create a complete ABC transporter. The localization for these 2 genes agreed, but was strange in that these 2 genes showed they were highly likely to be within the cytoplasmic membrane, which is strange because in most ABC transporters, the ATP binding component is not in the cell membrane, it's in the cytoplasm, and connects to the permease component. So what this likely shows is that in order for these genes to properly function, they need to be embedded in the cell membrane more, which could be indicative of a surrounding of the permease component as opposed to just being attached to it. Additionally, the CDD hit for COG 1129 shows it is an ABC type sugar transport system, ATPase component, so not directly for the D-xylose. Now it's possible that for the CDD hits that each of these ATPase components are very similar. TigerFam gave me the hit of TIGR 02633, which directly corresponds to the D-xylose ABC transporter ATP binding protein, whereas PFAM only gave me PF00005, which is merely an ABC transporter, a much larger family. The protein database hit for both of these genes was an ATP binding cassette of an ABC transporter, so it is very likely that these genes are in fact part of, or that the M.Ruber gene is in fact a homolog to the E. coli gene, as the E. coli gene encodes for the ATPase, and the M.Ruber gene certainly seems to also encode for an ATP binding protein. Alright, so in summary, we see that each of these genes is very likely to be a homolog to the E. coli gene through the localization data, as each gene is localized to the same area as the E. coli gene. Additionally, PFAM, TigerFam, and the CDD hits all seem to agree that these genes are related, they are the same class of gene. And the E-value showed that they are very likely homologous, as they are extremely low E-values, indicating they have at the very least a common ancestor and similar functions. Additionally, since both sets of genes function as operons within the genome, that's another point in favor of the homolog, because both sets of genes are coded in the same way, they're translated in the same way through the operon. And finally, for the paralog search, using the NCBI BLAST system, I discovered two paralogs to 1751 in the M.Ruber genome. I discovered 6 paralogs to 1752 in the M.Ruber genome, and a very large number of paralogs to 1753 in the M.Ruber genome, which is likely indicative of the fact that the ATP binding proteins are very similar within the genome.